Chapter 7. I looked at my watch. According to my calculations, the lava had hit our sub just about 1 minute ago. Already, I could see that it was losing its reddish glow. How long would it be before it turned hard as a rock? Tim came up to stand beside me and watch the lava harden. "You know something, DA?" he said. "I don't really care about getting that tiebreaker question right. I don't even care about winning the quiz bowl anymore. I just want to get out of here and go home." I took one last look at the lava. It no longer looked soft and oozy. It wasn't hard yet, but it was beginning to set like cement. I checked my watch. 4 minutes had passed. Then I looked around the sub at Tim, Carlos, Wanda, Phoebe, Keisha, Ralphie, and Arnold, and suddenly I didn't care about winning the quiz bowl either. All that was important was getting home and not spending the rest of our lives in a volcano. "Ms. Frizzle," I called out, "I have a plan." I ran over to the sub controls and told the Frizz my idea. Her red hair seemed to spring up with excitement as she listened. Then she started punching the buttons on the control panel. Finally, she found the one we needed. Above our heads, we heard the start of a loud grinding sound. "Ms. Frizzle, what's going on?" Arnold asked hopefully. "It's the magic school drill," the Frizz said with a twinkle in her eye, "and it sounds as though it's doing a great job of cutting through the lava." As the drill worked its way through the lava, it pulled the magic school sub up toward the surface of the volcano. And, all of a sudden, we could see the light through the windows of the sub. "Hooray!" we yelled. "Whew!" the Frizz said, wiping the sweat off her forehead. "That was a hard situation to get out of." Without missing a beat, the Frizz punched in a few more buttons on the control panel. The drill at the front of the sub turned into a helicopter rotor, and seconds later, the magic school sub was transformed into the magic school helicopter. Everyone cheered as our helicopter soared safely up above the new volcanic island. Things looked pretty strange up there in the sky. Ms. Frizzle explained that's because volcanoes can affect
From the desk of Ms. Frizzle,
weather report. Downpour of volcanic ash. Volcanic eruptions change the weather and the environment. After an eruption, there can be months of strong winds, heavy rains, and mud flows. During large explosive eruptions, lightning can sometimes be seen flashing inside and around the rising column of ash. Volcanic eruptions can also create spectacular sunrises and sunsets because of the gas and ash thrown into the stratosphere. After Krakatoa erupted, people in Sri Lanka reported that the sun looked green. On the other side of the world, in Trinidad, the sun appeared blue. We flew over the blue water of the Pacific, back toward the Hawaiian Islands. Down below, we spotted a pretty green island. "Ms. Frizzle," Arnold asked weakly, "could we touch down on that island for a while? I feel airsick and seasick. I just want to feel my feet on land." "That might not be such a good idea, Arnold," said Jim. "We don't want to be in the area if a tsunami comes." Super Tsunamis, Scary Surfs, by D.A. Tsunami, are huge tidal waves caused by landslides or earthquakes. Volcanoes can also cause small tsunamis. Tsunami is a Japanese word meaning wave breaking in the harbor. After the Krakatoa eruption, more than 36,000 people died from drowning in the huge black wall of water that slashed over
What's
Pacific
that?"
Islands.
asked Phoebe.
"I know," I shouted. "According to my research, volcanic eruptions can cause giant waves." Arnold looked a little queasy. Maybe we shouldn't stop at that island after all, Ms. Frizzle. Maybe we should just go home." "Stupendous idea, Arnold," said the Frizz. We'll drop you off at the park, Jim, and then I think it's time the magic school bus heads home. Everyone in the magic school copter broke into cheer. I settled back into my seat with a sigh of relief. Maybe I'd grow up to be a volcanologist like Jim someday. But for now, I was ready to say aloha to Hawaii and
Chapter
hello to home. I walked into Ms. Frizzle's classroom with my research in hand. It had taken a lot of work, but I had found an answer to the tiebreaker question. I was ready to make a report to the class. "Where's Miss Frizzle?" I asked, looking around the room. "I found out how long it takes lava to harden." "Dorothy Ann, the quiz bowl is over," Tim interrupted. "You know Miss Frizzle declared it a tie, and we're all winners because we aren't stuck inside that volcano anymore." "This isn't about the quiz bowl, Tim," I said patiently. "It's about science." "But I don't want to know how long it takes for lava to harden," Arnold said. "I don't even want to think about it." I looked around the classroom at everyone's faces. Nobody seemed to want to know how long it takes for lava to harden. I was ready to bet that none of them would be an ologist when they grew up. With a sigh, I tacked my report to the wall. That way, anyone with a real interest in science could read it. Behind me, I heard Carlos say to Arnold, "This time, you can pour in the vinegar, Arnold, but be ready to duck, fast." Hard as Rock by D.A. When lava explodes from a volcano, it is red-hot liquid. As soon as it hits the outside air, it starts to cool. Lava that flows over land cools by radiating out its heat. The lava on top of a flow cools off first because the air takes away its heat faster than from the lava underneath. Within a few minutes, a crust forms on the lava's surface. Later, the lava under the crust slowly cools and hardens. Lava that hits cold ocean water cools much faster. It cools so fast that it freezes into a black glass and shatters to pieces. Hot lava that hits cold ocean water creates an explosion called a tephra jet. This is a cloud of steam, hot water, and tephra, tiny glassy fragments of lava. If you get caught in a lava flow, get out as fast as you can because cold lava turns hard as rock.